Hello, guys. This is Vysh. So, this is a new series of NCRT lectures based on students' requests. So, history, geography, and all, we have already done a lot of NCRT videos, and it's completely free in English language. It is there, and this also will be in English language. So, polity NCRTs, even though it is not very important to read class 6th onwards, 6, 7, 8, and all, it's sometimes important, okay, because there are certain very factual kind of things or very silly kind of things which we ignore is being picked up by UPSC and is being asked, okay, at times. So I'll show you examples also. This series is going to be the best coverage of this class 6th NCRT. You would find the same thing in internet by multiple channels they have done, but I have comparatively done it with a UPSC point of view. Okay, so don't expect very basic things on in this textbook, but the most important which UPSC will definitely pick, and this will be lifelong free on this channel, and this will help you to clear the prelims questions when it comes. Okay, because I'll show you sample questions also, like what is exactly coming. Okay, this is the textbook cover page, and you can freely download this thing from the NCRT website. Okay, simply type NCRT textbooks in Google, and immediately there they will show, like you can, it's a drop down thing, drop down, select the class 6th, then the subject social science, and under that this social political textbook will be there. So this is the first textbook, and so first thing which you see in every NCRT, okay, which will be polity, history, geography, there will be this preamble and the national anthem will be printed in the front of the textbook. Okay, so we usually do not take it seriously because preamble we'll little bit maybe study from the Lakshmikant or wherever, because questions come, even prelims mains question comes, detailed question comes, but the Janaganamana part we usually skip it. Okay, because this is not important, or maybe you know it already, and the translation you will feel like, why is it important for UPSC? So UPSC, what they did it in 2021 is they did not ask you anything from here or here, but here in this last tiny letter which you see, okay, here something is written which usually, including me, never bothered to read. Okay, so this one, if you zoom in and see what is written, it is written Janaganamana was translated by Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore. This I not find from Bengali to English. This also you know, in February 1919 at Madanapalli in the district of Chittor, which is in Andhra Pradesh. Okay, so this is a thing which you and me did not care to read, and UPSC decided that let's trouble the students with such silly things, which is somewhere in small letters, or like this is like you would have seen in usually in some documents, like instructions or something, or some clauses will be written in very tiny letters which we don't bother to read. So that way this is given. So here the question was with reference to Madanapalli of Andhra Pradesh, which one of the following statement is correct? So this Pingali Venkaya designed the tricolor Indian national flag here. Then Patabi Sitaramaya led the Quit India movement of Andhra region from here. Rabindranath Tagore translated the national anthem from Bengali to English here. And this Madam Blavatsky and Colonel Olcott set up the headquarters of Theosophical Society first here. So this thing, if you see, okay, unless you have read this now, because you have read this, you are knowing the answer, that this is the answer. Okay, but in the exam hall, many students have told like this was a very difficult question, and I agree with that, because this nobody prepares, nobody teaches you. It's not there inside the textbook anywhere. Okay, and also that year, because Bengali Venkaya some birth anniversary, some something was there. Okay, some 100th or 150 something was there. So because of that, everybody were expecting a question on this, and many out of that guess thought like, okay, maybe this is the answer, and they tick this, but that was wrong. So you got minus marks for that. So better when you don't know, when you have never heard, don't take a guess. Okay, here only thing you can do is maybe this one you can eliminate, because this one is in Tamil Nadu, that is there in your textbook, in Spectrum also, in NCRT also it's given, and the Sitaramaya thing also in your Quit India movement, in every textbook it's given. Okay, so these two you can eliminate, but still again you got stuck with these, and UPSC knows that you will get stuck with these, and that is why purposely they gave this as the first option. Okay, so don't fall into UPSC's traps, and be ready with these kind of things also. Now, because we are doing this free series, please watch the videos. As I'm telling, only by watching my videos and solving my test series you can clear the prelims. Okay, but people tend to learn from multiple sources, and then you get too much knowledge, and finally you don't know which is important, which is not important. So please watch all the lectures strictly. And if you need other subject things also, go to YouTube and simply type Vysh Ias NCRT, and anything if you want, Vysh Ias Lakshmikant, Vysh Ias environment, Vysh Ias geography, history, polity, economy, anything you search, lecture series will come free of cost. Okay, whichever is incomplete playlist, it is incomplete because you are not watching it, or maybe like and comment is not there. You're not supporting us. We are not asking for any fees. We are just asking you to make this number increase. Okay, we want more and more serious aspirants to join this channel, so we want this number to be high. So please see to that, instead of going and subscribing these unwanted channels where they give you just one or two videos and remaining they ask like a paid course. Here entire thing is free. So please come and support and make this channel big. Okay, and then whatever you want, search and you will get this video lectures. Okay, for Hindi medium, currently we don't have a lot of videos, but there are many textbooks which we have done in Hindi plus English mode, meaning the slides will be everything in English, but teachers will talk in Hindi also. So please see to that you support us. We will try to put more and more videos. Okay, hopefully if more audience grows, even Hindi medium will introduce free of cost here. Okay, so please support. Again, many playlists is there. If you see, Spectrum is there in English and Hindi. Tamil Nadu textbook is there. R.S. Sharma, Satish Chandra, Nitin Singhania, Fine Arts NCRT. All these are their playlist free of cost. Environment, polity. Then this geography class 11th in English and Hindi. Economics is there in Hindi as of now. Then these are main slated playlist. Okay, society or the post-independent, social justice, governance, ethics. Okay, except for GS3, I think every other paper questions are directly coming from here only, from our videos only. Last year, science and tech, whatever prelims question came, were there here, which was free. Okay, you could have seen this. So please go and find out what are the other things. And most important, previous year questions and CSAT. These are the things which people don't do. And again, they go and fail. So these also free of cost lectures are there. Please subscribe so that we do more and more videos for you. Now, this particular textbook, class 6th NCRT, this has 9 chapters. Okay, so if you see, it's in 4 units. So first unit is diversity, and today we will discuss this chapter 1, understanding diversity. Okay, which is just 8-10 pages are there, in which also first 4-5 pages are simply storytelling kind of thing for actual 6th standard student. Okay, you won't need that. I will tell you only the important things, or what is the GK factual things there. Okay, which you basically can pick up and ask. So that is what we'll discuss here, understanding diversity. Okay, so as I told, please hit the subscribe button and also a like. By this time itself, you have got some knowledge at least. I believe that you can give a like for this video. Okay, so please hit like, and also after the video or now, just hit put a comment like thank you for this, or I want this particular playlist, or this is helping me, whatever you want. Just one comment so that this video again comes in the search of other students also. Okay, now India, is a country of various diversities. Okay, meaning we have different language speaking people, we have different types of food, and we celebrate different festivals, practice different religions, everything. Okay, so but actually if you think about it, we do many things that are similar, except that we do them in different ways. Okay, if you take in a particular one state itself, in one state, when you just go a few kilometers away, you will find a different tradition, different things, but there'll be something common. Okay, there maybe both are praying to the same type of god but in different names, or they're eating the same type of food but just a little bit flavor difference is there. So there are many things which are similar, meaning more things we do similar than we do different. Okay, that only found in India. Okay, other countries, if you say like France is only the French people with different culture, sorry, same culture. Germany is like only German people, so everything is like same there. Okay, but in India, if you see, every, not like one state to state, within one state itself, one district to district, the culture and eating habits, everything changes. Okay, and more than 200 years ago, we have this train, plane, bus, car, all these things, motor transport coming in. But much before that, people used to travel from one part of the world to another in ships or in horses or in camels or even on foot. Okay, you should know that right from Indus Valley civilization, we have trade with the Mesopotamian civilization, with Indonesia, with east and west of India. We have been having all these relations when even the transport system was not developed. So people, travelers, educationists, literature people, everybody are traveling here and there. So obviously culture will differ. Culture will, meaning they will leave something here. Okay, the historical reasons, okay, history of many places shows us that how many different cultural influences have helped to shape life and culture there. Okay, so thus regions have become very diverse because of their unique histories. Okay, so history has a very important role in producing diversity. That is the gist of this entire page. Okay, so similarly, diversity also comes about when people adapt their lives to the geographical area in which they live. Meaning, if suppose people, some are living near the sea in coastal areas, or some are living in the mountainous areas, obviously their entire eating habit, the dressing habit, the culture, the language, the music, everything will be different there. Okay, because they have their own influences. Okay, so history and geography plays a very important role in shaping diversities. This can directly come as a GS1 mains question. Okay, so you will think like, what is this very silly question? But UPSC asks it actually. Okay, even in essay type question, they'll give you this. History and geography decides the diversity of a place, or plays a major role in shaping diversity. Elaborate. So for 20 marks, 30 marks, they are expecting you to write. So for basic lines, you can take it from this NCRTs itself. Okay, they don't want much complicated lines. They want very simplistic lines, which a third person, when they read, it should be understandable to them. And that is what you have to do. And for that, you have to read basic NCRTs for the start. Okay, don't read big philosophical books at the first itself. So not only do people have different clothing and eating habits, but even the kind of work they do is different. In cities, it is often easy to forget how closely people life are tied to the physical surrounding, because in cities and all, when you need vegetables, you are not going to grow it by yourself. You are going to depend on the things which come from the rural areas. So there is a difference in the cities and rural also. So these are just very basic points they are telling to bring about that point only. Historical, geographical reasons can shape the diversity. Okay, now about Ladakh and Kerala, which are in two different extremes of India, that they have taken as a comparative state case study and showing you what is similar and what is different. Okay, so before that, I'll show you a UPSC question which came from Ladakh very recently. In UPSC 2020, a question came which was a very, very easy question for a serious aspirant. Serious aspirant because they will know the India's map by heart. They will, if somebody asks like which is passing through Tropic of Cancer, they will know. They will know which is above the Cancer, which is below the Cancer, which is the latitude, longitude, what is the time difference, what is the IST. Everything a very serious aspirant will know. Other person in the exam hall will think like this is a very difficult question. Okay, so they're just asking you Siachen Glacier is situated to the, meaning where is it situated? To the east of Aksaichen, to the east of Leh, to the north of Gilgit, and to the north of Nubra Valley. If you don't know these four places in the map, that means you are a very, very poor UPSC aspirant. Okay, and I'm not telling this to demotivate you. Now it's the starting of the year for 2023 aspirants, so I'm telling you that these are the things which makes a difference between you and a serious aspirant. If you don't know this, I'm telling. Okay, if you know this, very good. So this one, the answer, you think of this, and I'll tell you at the end of this video. Okay, but this is a very simple question where 2 marks could have been scored by any particular student. Okay, and it's a very recent question. Don't think it's a very outdated one. Okay, so now about Ladakh and Kerala, as I told, they have given very basic information. So Ladakh is a desert in the mountains in the east of Jammu and Kashmir. Okay, so in the east of Jammu and Kashmir, you should know the Jammu and Kashmir map. In the eastern side, we have Ladakh because left side we have the Kashmir and the Srinagar area and all. Okay, so very little agriculture is possible here since the region does not receive any rain and is covered in snow for a large part of the year. Okay, so very few trees are there, and for drinking water, people depend on the melting snows. Okay, like in other southern states and all, we depend on the rain. There, they depend on the melting snow. So like this, very basic geographical differences are there, and people here keep sheep and goats, and the goats in this region are special because they produce this pashmina wool. Okay, so these are not even higher classes in geography. I have taught you many more details about this, but you just have a reference thing like pashmina wool is from the sheep or goat in the Ladakh region. Okay, so this wool is priced and pashmina shawl cost a lot of money. Okay, so for exports also it's important. The people in Ladakh carefully collect the wool of the goats and sell this to the traders from Kashmir. Okay, so pashmina shawls are chiefly woven in Kashmir. The people eat meat and milk products like cheese and butter. And then if you see this one term, okay, DZOS, this is referring to the yak type cow, okay, that you would have seen in movies and all these things. So, or if you have gone to Ladakh yourself, you would have seen it personally. So being a desert did not mean that Ladakh did not attract its share of traders. Okay, that's just because it's a desert doesn't mean it is like cut away from everywhere. Okay, it was considered as a good trade route as it had many passes. Okay, so this mountain passes is another favorite area of UPSC where a lot of question comes. Okay, so a lot of passes are there, and in our test series and all with pictures, I've explained all this. Okay, so through which caravans traveled to what is today called the Tibet region. Okay, Tibet, you know, is an autonomous region in under the control of China now. Okay, just above Nepal region now you can find. So these caravans carried textiles and spices, raw silk and carpet. All these trade used to happen from the Ladakh region. Now you know Buddhism. Buddhism reached Tibet via the Ladakh region only. Okay, you know now Buddhism started in India or the Nepal region, and then now it is not there here. Okay, even Jainism is here, but Buddhism is not here. Everything was like migrated outside, and now if you see China, Tibet, and the Southeast Asia, and all these places have Buddhism as a very major religion. Okay, so that reached the Tibet region through Ladakh only. So Ladakh is also called as Little Tibet. Okay, so this looks like a very simplistic statement, but in UPSC exam, suppose they want to ask a silly question to you and put a match the following, like left side Little Tibet and right side they'll put like Nepal or something. You may not be sure that time because you did not read this. Okay, it's not a very completely true statement or something. Okay, it's like NCRT is mentioning it, so you have to believe that's true. Okay, so Ladakh is called as Little Tibet, and that is your answer if UPSC ask it. And Islam also was introduced in this region more than 400 years ago, and there is a significant Muslim population here. Okay, you know the issues in Jammu and Kashmir and all, the population and the religion-wise conflict and all. So Muslim population is there. So Ladakh has a very rich oral tradition of songs and poems, and this is also one important thing you have to know. So here, local versions of the Tibetan national epic, which is the Kesar Saga. Okay, so now UPSC asked this Kesar Saga. Everyone will tell like nobody taught me this, nobody showed me this. It is nowhere. It's actually there in your Polity class 6th NCRT, which everyone, including me, used to skip it. Okay, but here we have got this information, Kesar Saga. So this is sung by both the Muslims and the Buddhist people. Okay, that's also one extra information you have to know. Okay, so Tibetan national epic, Kesar Saga. So wherever I have highlighted yellow, right, that are the points I felt can be picked up by UPSC if they want to trouble you from NCRT. Okay, now Kerala, which is the extreme of India. So Kerala is the state in the southwest corner of India, and it's surrounded by the sea. Okay, and once on one side, and other side, the hills are there, the Western Ghats and all is there. So the number of spices like pepper, cloves, cardamoms are grown in this region, and because of that only, a lot of traders used to come here. Okay, the Roman traders, the Jewish traders, the Arab traders, everyone. And Jewish and Arab first came here only. Okay, they were the first to come here. And this apostle of Christ, Saint Thomas, is believed to have come here nearly 2000 years ago, and he is credited with bringing Christianity to India. Okay, Christianity coming to India, Islam coming to India. These are all landmark happenings in this country. Okay, so this and all you can find in this basic NCRT textbook itself. And also these kind of people, the Chinese travelers also and the Arab travelers also, Ibn Battuta and all. More details you will study in history textbooks later, which I've already done free of cost. So you can see that. So he traveled here a little less than 700 years ago and wrote a travelogue in which he describes the lives of Muslims and says that they were a highly respected community. Okay, so this also Ibn Battuta's book is very famous. So if you know that, tell in comment section. Okay, because it's already taught in multiple textbooks. So tell in comment section which is the book name of Ibn Battuta, where he wrote about India and the people of India. Okay, now the Portuguese discovered the sea route to India from Europe when Vasco da Gama landed with a ship here. Okay, so again Kerala is important because Vasco da Gama or the Europeans found out India by coming to Kerala only. Okay, the exact place in Kerala also I know you will know it because I have taught it. So there he has come, and that is why they also came here and then started all these trade, and later we had this entire British Empire and all coming up. Okay, so Kerala practiced different religions such as Judaism, Islam, Christianity, Hinduism, and Buddhism. Okay, like because the map of India is like this, so from this side it's always easy to reach here. Okay, whether it's Gujarat or Maharashtra or Kerala, this is where most of the people come. Goa, these are the places where most of the foreigners or the Europeans or the people from Africa all have come. Okay, so that is why Kerala is very important historically for us. Okay, now the fishing nets used here. Okay, fishing nets also, which is exactly like the Chinese fishing net, they call them something like this Chinavala. Okay, so if UPSC asks like Chinavala, which is there in historical aspect, relates to which state, if you have, either you should be from Kerala or you should have read this textbook. Okay, else you will not be able to solve this. You will think like it can be anything. Okay, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Telangana, Kashmir, whatever they put, they will think it's connected to that, but it is actually Kerala's fishing net. I'll show you the picture also. So even the utensils used there, they are calling like China chatti. Okay, so this even now it is called the same thing only. Okay, so this one is believed that the word Chin could have come from China. Okay, the fertile land and climate are suited to growing rice, and a majority of people here eat rice, fish, and vegetables. And all these things till date it is the same. Okay, it's historically also like this. Now also it is like this. So this basic things. Okay, like if you see this is a Onam festival time. Now it is Onam festival time exactly yesterday. So this is the boat race which happens there, which is called as Nehru Trophy also. So you should know why it is called Nehru Trophy. You can Google and find out. And then another thing is the fishing net, which you go in Cochin side or Ernakulam side in south of Kerala, you will find this kind of fishing net, which is again inspired from China. Okay, so this till date it is existing. Now also it is there. Okay, so these are the things which is in Kerala. So they gave a study of Ladakh, now a study of Kerala, and now they'll do a comparison. Like while Kerala and Ladakh are quite different in terms of their geographical features, the history of both the regions have seen similar cultural influences. Okay, both regions were influenced by Chinese and Arab traders. It was the geography of Kerala which allowed for the cultivation of spices. It is the geography of Ladakh which gave them this wool. So both of them attracted traders because of some things which are found there. Okay, so traders coming in is common to both of them. So thus history and geography are often tied in the cultural life of a region. Okay, this is the kind of statement in mains question they will ask. Okay, so the influence of diverse cultures is not merely a thing of the past. Okay, don't think it's only historical thing. Even our present lives, you are born somewhere, you are going to work somewhere, you are settling somewhere else. So the culture difference. Okay, like suppose a person in Kerala, he's moving to Karnataka or moving to Tamil Nadu for a job or for a higher studies. You live there, you eat their food, you see their dressing, their climate, you see everything, and so that also you begin to learn different cultural traditions, and maybe you bring it back to your state also. So life slowly is becoming part of the new place we are in. Okay, and in our neighborhood also we will see it may be several communities. Like you go to a place like Bangalore, it's not like in one apartment everybody are like Karnataka people. It will be different people. Okay, so there is an influence, there is a thing which you see and observe, and maybe you will even apply it in your lives. Okay, so our daily lives are about the ways in which we do things together and hear stories about each other's lives, customs, and traditions. Okay, India's diversity has always been recognized as a source of its strength. Even the British Empire, when they ruled India, where different cultures, religion, regional background, everything was there, and they all came together to oppose them also, because British thought that you can easily suppress them. Okay, British thought they could divide Indians because they were so different. But even with their differences, they were united in the battle against the British Empire. Okay, even they went to jail together, they did the fasting together, they followed Mahatma Gandhi together, everything they did together only. So that is why, how much ever difference are there, our diversity is our strength. Okay, now this is a kind of a poem kind of thing, if you see, by Indian People Theatre Association. This is published here in the NCRT textbook. So this one, the entire thing, if you read, you will get an idea that it is related to Jallianwala Bagh, because that is mentioned here. But suppose UPSC asks like, don't forget the days of blood of friend, this poem is related to which historical event? None of us, including me, can answer this question, because there are multiple poems. Even this year, I think this year, Mahatma Gandhi's songs from prison or something, one poem or one song, that question came in 2022 UPSC, I think. Okay, so that is why people from UPSC board are taking up these kind of things and asking you a question. Okay, so don't forget the days of blood, of friend. This one is related to what, if UPSC asks? This was a song after the Jallianwala Bagh massacre in Amritsar, in which a British general, tell me in comment section what is the name of that British general, he opened fired on a large group of unarmed peaceful people, killing many and wounding even more. So men and women, Hindus, Sikhs, and Muslims, rich and poor, had gathered to protest against the British. Okay, so which day it is, what is it? I think you will know it by heart now, because even big, big movies have come based on that. So this song was composed and sung to honor the memory of those brave people. Okay, so this movie is a must watch for you if you need to see a realistic picture of what happened that day. Okay, because there are many historical movies which came. I told you history, the easiest way to learn history. Okay, because many people tell history is boring. There are many, many movies of any leader you take, any event you take in Indian independence or the Portuguese arrival, in multiple languages, in Bollywood also, in the regional languages, there are multiple movies. Okay, so please watch all these movies. You will then score higher. Okay, this I'm not telling simply, it is actually a true fact. During my Spectrum series also, I told you with pictures and thumbnails, I showed you which are the movies you have to mandatorily watch if you are giving UPSC. Okay, because that shapes you as a better person also, because you know the country better through these movies. Okay, so the final part of this chapter, the songs and symbols that emerged during the freedom struggle also served as a constant reminder for our country's rich tradition of respect for diversity. Okay, because you know the Vande Mataram or the Sare Jahan Se Acha, any songs which came, all these things are showing diversity and the unity and the protest against the British by the people. Okay, so now an important thing, the Jawaharlal Nehru's one book is there, The Discovery of India. This, because it's a very easy GK, UPSC has still now not asked, but again maybe in a mastery following or something they can ask in future. Okay, so he told about Indian unity there. Okay, like it is not something which is imposed from outside, but rather it was something deeper, and within its fold the widest tolerance of belief and custom was practiced, and every variety acknowledged and even encouraged. Okay, so these are the lines of Jawaharlal Nehru. Okay, it was Nehru who coined the phrase unity in diversity. Okay, maybe many of you don't know this. So that is why NCRT reading is important. Okay, and India's national anthem, you know, it is composed by Rabindranath Tagore as an expression of unity of India. So unity, diversity, Nehru, Rabindranath Tagore, these are all connected links. And this is a photo when Nehru is delivering the speech also. You should know that speech also by heart actually. So you can Google for that. Okay, like at the stroke of midnight, the like when the world is asleep, India shall awaken to freedom. So that kind of one speech is there. So that and all you can go and find out. In movies also it is shown. This is the chapter. Now at the end of the chapter, always they give questions, but this is the class 6th standard level, so it's not important for you. Whatever I highlighted in yellow, okay, every episode I'll show you like what is important. That alone you have to focus. Okay, this is like very like childish question. This white whatever these are all silly questions. Okay, but here if you see, what do you think living in India with its rich heritage of diversity adds to your life? Okay, like an essay question, it can come. Okay, then do you think the term unity and diversity is an appropriate term to describe India? Okay, or in today's context, is it still valid? Like that, UPSC can ask to see your interpretation, or in even interviews, they can ask you. That is why whatever is important, I will highlight. Remaining things, you can skip it. Okay, this is how a complete, as I told, you will find many lectures of classics and CRT polity in YouTube, but this I can guarantee you is the best one. Okay, so you can go and compare also. So now the answer to that question which we asked, Siachen Glacier is situated. Okay, so this is the question and this is the map. So if you see, let's see one by one. East of Aksai Chin, this is Aksai Chin, okay, which is now with China after the 1962 war. So east means it is right side of this, which is China and Tibet. So that option is gone. Now they're telling east of Leh, and this entire region is the Leh Ladakh region. Okay, so east of Leh is again pointing towards China. So this is wrong. Now north of Gilgit, okay, north of Gilgit means this is the Gilgit region. North of Gilgit means it's going to Afghanistan region. Okay, so again this is also wrong. So obviously through elimination you got the answer north of Nubra Valley. This is the Siachen Glacier, and Nubra Valley is actually here in Leh region only. Okay, I have traveled here, so if you have also traveled, you will know where is Nubra Valley, where is Kargil, where is Srinagar, because the airport is here in Srinagar. In Ladakh, we have an airport. So like this, Now even better things are coming because tunnels are coming. Okay, tunnels, like biggest tunnels, highest tunnels in the world are coming, so it's easy to travel between Srinagar and Leh. Else it is like a very like through Kargil, like this you have to go, and even Dras region will be there, Dras, Dras. So Dras, you should know, it is the, I think, the second coldest place in the full world. Okay, so that kind of regions come here. So this travel also helps you learn a lot of things. Okay, if you're a traveler, whatever I told would have been connected with you. Then the passes which I told here, Karakoram pass is there, and many passes are there. Okay, that one I'll teach you in the coming days. So here, just have a note again. Whatever here, like Shaksam Valley is important because it was with Pakistan. Then Pakistan gifted it to China. So India's land, they are playing there with these things. Okay, so that kind of things also happen here. So now you should know this is the LOC also, where officially we have with us, but officially everything is with us only, but still the Pakistan control is there beyond this line. Okay, so this region and this region is with them, and that is the reason those areas are underdeveloped also. Okay, so if you, because you know now after the union territory thing, it's getting more and more developed. Many new things have come. You can simply search like what all developments happened in Jammu and Kashmir after 2019. You will find a lot of things. Okay, even the new multiplex is coming. Inox multiplex is coming this week, I think, there. So that kind of development, people are now learning to live a life rather than fighting in the name of religion. So that's a good thing which is happening here. So this is the question and answer. And now, as I told in comment section, I want you to tell what other free videos you want, and also you have to tell me the feedback, like how this was. Is it helping? Is this the best one till you, meaning which you have watched till now? And 2023 aspirants, if you're serious about the exam, you have to join the test series also, which is a paid course, the only paid course which we give, and that you have to WhatsApp us to get the details. Okay, with the 1 year timetable, I will give you like this test after test, okay, PDF after PDF, and that alone is sufficient for you to clear the prelims. Okay, because you know how much research I do when I teach you a topic. Okay, so please hit subscribe button, the like and the comment, because only this will motivate me to make the next chapter for you. If this is not there, we will not be doing it. And all the aspirants up to 2030, our foundation video is valid for you. Please come and watch the foundation, which is free. Without that, don't watch any of our lectures, because you will not clear this exam without our foundation. Okay, this I'm telling you because I've seen the results of previous year. Only those students have watched my foundation, they have done the extra hard work, and then they have cleared the prelims. Okay, many of my students are giving mains this year also. So please see to it that you are doing everything as per instructions. Okay, so thank you and have a nice day.